Hey, I'm Pascal from Orangepixel. Welcome to another video. I'm somewhat pressed for time this week, so we're gonna try and do a one-take recording. Oh boy. Okay, anyway, Regulators is done, my game is done. Now what? Well, first of all, I had to plan a release date, so that's set, and I'm already working on the next game. This is going to be a tough video. Let's just add a little intro and let's talk about all the stuff that I'm working on. Okay, so I've spent all of the month of April working on Regulators, trying to get it up to speed. You can see that in the last couple of videos. I'm not going to edit the video, but I want to show you. Look at the last couple of weeks video. I talked about the game a lot. So April was a good month. Game is done, ready. Right now I'm running a beta test on the Discord channel. A couple of people have been playing it. A lot of interesting stuff came back. There's always bugs. If you think you're done, there's always more. So it's good to have these people play the game. A lot of things I didn't know about that are very obvious bugs. There will be weird stuff and rare bugs and things happening that's only happening to 1 or 2 players. That's gonna be in the game anyway. Even if I release it and I think it's done, there's gonna be these things anyway. But a lot of the weird and silly and obvious things should be squashed before we release. Release date is set on May 21st, which is in 3 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. All right. It's going to be very soon. Trailer is done. Also placed it on the YouTube channel. Posted on the YouTube channel. Available. So Regulators done. Ready to roll out. Gonna do press release. Gonna contact people. And yeah, 3 weeks. Less than 3 weeks. I'm a little bit nervous that it's just not enough time. Because my other problem is Space Grunts 3. My next game. Already very far in development. But it's entering turn-based festival. Let me check the date. I think first week of June. Yeah, June the 2nd. Turn-based festival, June the 2nd. It got approved. It's in that festival, which is hopefully going to be a nice boost to the wishlist. Also check out Space Grunts. Again, not gonna edit some text to this video because otherwise, check out Space Grunts on Steam. Part 3 coming, wishlisted. Demo is also gonna be live pretty soon. I want it live before June 2nd. After Turn-Based Festival, which is 7 days, Steam Next Fest. It's gonna be in there as well. I think the game is ready. Except I was just checking my Steam page and figured that the demo is not submitted to Valve yet. So I'm working on that today. Should be done in time. Still push a couple of updates after that. But it's in a good state. Just that right now the wishlist number is 200, 300, something like that. Way too low to release the game with. That's going to be like a serious problem. But we'll see. I think that's the problem with doing games in a shorter development cycle. You have less time to boost up those wishlist numbers. And yeah, probably the biggest flaw in my whole plan for this year. Otherwise, so far, the plan is going pretty well. Sorry, also doing stuff on my PC, just a little note and thing to talk about. So far, have been releasing a game every month. Gauntlet of Power on Switch, on Atari VCS, a couple of other games as well. Every month has been a release, and this month is Regulators. Next month will be the demo version of Space Grunts. Probably, maybe, hopefully the release in the month after. Or I might delay that just to gain wishlist, but my plan schedule also means the game has to be done around that time because I need to start on my next game. Which is a terribly frustrating, tense little schedule. But yeah, that's just the reality. I have to push out games and make sure money is coming in. So I have to create games. That's just it. That's just the reality of it. So what else? some context streamers, yeah, that's what I just covered. And yeah, tight schedule, just a lot of game releases that have to be done. Still need to release Heroes of Loot, Gauntlet of Power onto mobile. Yeah, I think I already talked about everything I needed to say in this video, but this is going to be a short video. Let me see, we're at 4 minutes and 42 seconds into the video without editing. Do I have anything else to say? Not really. Well, I do have plans for my next game. That's a good thing. Space Grunts 3 is going to be a fun little game. This whole month will be the focus, most of my focus on that, although I'm still doing Regulator City things every day, which is delaying progress on the Space Grunts game, but I'll make it work somehow. The next game is probably gonna be a new Ashworld game. Still not 100% sure, but I'm fairly sure, because I know what I want now. The original Ashworld was built in 12 months, I think. My first attempt at doing an open world mini game, or a mini open world game in that vein, so it was interesting, but I also had to figure out a bunch of things, and I think I know now what I want from a game like that, but also how to build it and do it better. So the idea is fairly simple: Ashworld 2, bigger and better, pretty much. The top-down area, the driving, all those things will be improved. Already have better ways to do it, as well as all the shooting. I can grab a lot of these things from Regulators, and everything I learned there on doing top-down shooting and having the right game feel will be transported to Ashworld, which gives me a very quick boost of just having Ashworld up and running. I have a cool idea that I'm not sure will work, but in Ashworld you have an overview, a top-down view of the world, and then when you enter a building, it becomes a side view. But it also limited the amount of space I could work with, make it interesting. What I have now, in terms of interesting, it was still very empty. I'm just one guy creating an open world. That's fairly hard, although I became a lot better at procedural generation. I think I can do a better job at it, but I also had the idea of having an extra layer on top. So you get into your car, then we zoom out a little bit into a bigger area, and you don't see the details of cities, but you see landmarks. So for example, a little rock formation, you drive to that rock formation, then we zoom into that area, and only then do we build it up from a lot of rocks, mountains, things like that. You get a closer view of it. So there's going to be an extra layer zoomed out, and you can drive from the rock formation towards a tree formation, and that tree formation will then mean there's a forest there, vegetation. You can zoom out again if you drive out of that area, and then you can drive towards a city-like formation, and when you enter that area, we zoom in again, and then you see buildings, and you can drive around those buildings. You can get out of your car, and you can get into a building. And that sounds majorly big, extremely huge game, but I know how to do procedural stuff now. A lot better than I did in 2017. So I think I can actually make this work fairly easy. The inside of buildings, haven't decided yet, could still be top down, which is different from the original. In the original we had a side view, which makes it a platformer inside a top-down shooter, which was interesting. If I go that route, I can make much better inside areas, because I learned all those things in Residual. So I'm gonna mix and match a lot of the things I learned over the years, and hopefully can create a Ashworld game in a much shorter time while making it much bigger and more interesting. That's the theory, at least. I don't know until I start on this project. I might actually start on a completely different project, which would then be something smaller and easier to build. But right now, Ashworld 2 could be the good contender of my next project. But before I start on that, Space Grunts 3 has to be done. So yeah, May is just going too quickly, and June is coming in too fast. It feels like I'm just missing a couple of weeks that I can work on my game. So that's why I'm also cutting this video short. We're now at 9 minutes. That's a nice video, size, length, duration. So I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Regulators, make sure to check out the demo. It's available on Steam right now. Don't forget to wishlist the game and tell everybody who might be interested in it that you found a fun and interesting game coming May 21st. And then check out the Space Grunt 3 demo, which will be launching or live and public within a couple of weeks from now. Actually, maybe even this week or next week. I want it ready before Turn-Based Festival and a couple of weeks before Next Fest. So I have to just make sure that demo is ready to go within 1 or 2 weeks. Lots of things to work on. For now, I'm gonna cut the video here. Actually, it's gonna take, luckily for me, it's not gonna take a lot of editing work. So that saves me some time this week to work on my games. And now I need to come up with a keyword to say in the comments, like I do every week. And that's going to be the biggest problem. I'm just looking for words now around my studio. So, yeah, I know something. All right. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment below. And if you have nothing to comment on this week's video because you just have nothing to add, but you do want to help me get these videos noticed by the YouTube algorithm, then comment the word Bowser. Bowser. Come on, comment the word Bowser in the comments below, just so I know that you've been watching the whole video, you appreciate my videos, and you want to help me get these videos noticed by the YouTube algorithm. Alright, this was a one-take video. I'm not gonna do that too much, but every now and then, too much, too often. My brain is Dutch and has to translate it to English and then has to splurt it out in English to the camera while I'm still thinking in Dutch. Sometimes there's a disconnect there, but most of the times it works out pretty well, I think. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.